NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. First carry for DeAndre Swift, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run here with Raymond Calais, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They run with Calais. Bulldozes past him. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Mahomes going to throw. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll run. Calais. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Calais. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Calais. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. 30. 20. So quite a turn of events right there.
Indeed it is. I mean, they thought the worst that could happen was they'd get a field goal attempt to break the tie. Instead, interception, long return, and now the other guys have a great shot to go ahead.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. Swift. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now throw right side, taken in by the tight end Gray. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Steps away to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Raymond Calais as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sideline. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The point after is good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. breaks through the contact, and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Again, it's Calais. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And taken right at the 35. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Swift. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DeAndre Swift. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And the Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This to make it a 3-score game late. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
Certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Mahomes now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Finish, boy. Finish strong.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film,